Right, welcome to a special sponsor spotlight for the Eltham Redbacks. I'm here with Michael from Mortgage Choice, Camberwell, and we're going to talk all things Redbacks, finance, loans, all that sort of stuff. So Michael, welcome today.
Thanks, Matt.
Tell us a little bit about your involvement with the Redbacks, because you've been one of the longer term partners of the club, which the club is super appreciative of. But tell us how that sort of relationship started and what you love about the club.
Yeah, I think we've been sponsors now for a good 5 years, but we've ramped that up over the last couple of years with having some more specific involvement with different teams and different segments of the club. I suppose I got into it, firstly, we live across the road from the club. And we love the community, and we've always looked to support the community. The other aspect is that my next door neighbour is Ivan Della Costa. So there's always been a lot of chat about the club and the progress of the club. Seeing it evolve to what it is today has been amazing. So I'm really glad to be part of it.
Yeah, you've had a first row look at how the club's grown, I guess, then, if you're living so close. What have you really enjoyed about being a part of that journey? Obviously, the club's had immense success the last couple of years.
Yeah, as I mentioned, just the involvement. Because we live across the road, we hear the cheers. We hear all the crowd that's there. We see the heavy involvement that the parents have. And I think just the size of the club itself, the sponsors that are now involved, which we've been fortunate enough to also become quite aware of and know and understand and what they do. So all of that's been really great.
Yeah, and tell us a bit about the business itself. Obviously, Mortgage Choice, a pretty well-known brand in the market, but tell us about your particular franchise and I guess the service you can offer to Redbacks members.
Yeah, albeit that we've got an office in Camberwell, we effectively service clients and customers anywhere and everywhere, whether they be interstate, other suburbs or overseas. So we've had the business now for about 11 years. There's certainly been some interesting times over the journey, COVID, Royal Commission, and now what we're seeing with what's happening globally. There's some impacts there as well. But all in all, we've loved supporting our customers and clients through that journey.
Yeah, and obviously you've got a really great offer for Redbacks members at the moment. Refinance or new home loan, $300 off on a child's registration or a member's registration. Talk us through the thinking behind that and how you've been able to help some of the Redbacks members so far.
Yeah, spot on. So it's more about helping that community aspect. So as I mentioned before, we've been trying to get closer into the club in different ways. We've now sort of looked to focus on the more junior groups, albeit that this promotion is certainly for all members of the club. So if anyone is doing a loan, so whether that be a refinance, a new purchase for owner-occupied property or investment or whatever that might be, if it's over $250,000, we'll credit back $300 to the member's subscription or license fees. So it's in today's environment, in climate, it's I would dare say it's pretty big for individuals. Yeah.
Yeah. Any bit helps in this sort of cost of living crisis.
Yep.
Let's talk a bit about refinancing, because obviously for those out there who do have existing home loans, a lot has changed with interest rates over the last couple of years. They've had a bit of a dip. Now they're sort of coming back up. Why is it really important to be vigilant with your refinancing and your home loan to make sure you're getting the best deal possible?
Yeah, the markets are changing all the time. So in the most recent times, it's been pretty much a bit of a purchase market. People going out buying because properties are on good value. Rates were pretty good. That's sort of changing now to a point where it's a refinance market. Rates are going up. People are on higher rates to start off with. Where do they sit in terms of their rate compared to what's out there? So a lot of discussions that we're having on a daily basis is all about where your current situation is at. The rate being obviously important, but it's about the overall solution that is really important as part of the decision making as far as lender is concerned. But we're also having some keen discussions on fixed rate now, and that's been the first time fixed rate discussions have been since COVID. So people are trying to understand if they can mitigate the risk or the exposure to the variable rates increasing, which by all accounts certainly will.
Yeah. And talk us through your process with a new client. Like, what are you doing to understand their current situation and try and find the best sort of product for them? How many lenders are you talking to? All that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, we've got over 35 lenders on our panel. So they range from the top 4 or 5 to second tier lenders and non-conforming lenders. But the important thing there is that when we have that first discussion with clients, it's about getting an understanding of what their current circumstances are and how we can assist. We'll look to get some more information from them. We'll provide them with some detailed lender options based on what's important. We typically then meet via Zoom, go through those numbers in some detail, choose the lender that's going to suit best in those sort of meetings, and then move forward with an application.
Beautiful. And maybe for some of the older playing members who are maybe looking at first homes, that sort of stuff, what sort of benefits are there out them for them, or deals that maybe they could get that might help them get into the market?
Yeah, well, we probably like to think we're almost first home specialists, to be honest, first home buyer specialists, with the fact that the incentives that are available now to first home buyers. So what we're talking about there is stamp duty concessions for properties up to $600,000, no stamp duties applicable, and then that sort of is subsidised up to a value of $750. Where full stamps are required. And there's also the 5% deposit scheme, which is awesome for first home buyers. They only need a minimum of 5% deposit, and then the government will guarantee the remaining 15% to avoid mortgage insurance, which can be also a massive saving.
So, Michael, obviously, we want members to reach out to you and the team. Can you just run us through the best ways for members to get in touch?
Yeah, sure. So you can access me through the Redbacks sponsorship page. That takes some links to the website from there. I've got a lovely banner right in front of the clubhouse where my QR code's there, my details, but my phone number is also 0439 207 242.
Beautiful. Well, Michael, thank you so much for coming in. It was great to learn a bit more about your connection to the Redbacks and some of the wonderful initiatives you have out there for Redbacks members.
Thanks, Matt. Much appreciated.